Everyone, I am Dr. Prema, working as an assistant professor in the Department of English, Vistu Jayanti College. The topic for today's discussion is elements of writing style. Under the elements of writing style, we are going to learn about register. Also, we have some other topics like meaning and implication of words and collocation. So for today's class, we are going to focus only on register. What are the register and what are the types of register we have in English? The flow of my presentation is like this. First of all, we'll see what is register, then types of register, and with the examples also. So what is literary style? So before we start the definition of register, in which context we are using this register? So it is related with literary style, writing style. So each and every one of us, we have our own way of writing in our day-to-day life or in our academic part. So if you think about any author also, each and every author, they have their own style of expression, style of writing. Okay. So the way in which we are choosing the words, or in which we are expressing our words, or the tone that we are using, the arrangement of words, everything it comes under the elements of writing style. And so when we are talking about the writing style, choice of word is very important. So consider or think about your word very carefully before you talk or before you write. And syntax, the word syntax is very important here. And it refers to the set of rules that govern how words are combined to form phrases and sentences. So it talks about the choice of word as well as the arrangement of words, the combination of words and phrases in order to make a meaningful sentences. So what we can understand is the word's choice, the choice of word, it speaks a lot in writing style. And so the words that we are choosing can be changed or can be expressed in different ways according to the context or according to the situation. So syntax, the word choice, is an essential component of writing styles. So let us move on to the next slide. It's about what is a register, and then we will see what are the 6 types of registers we have in English. First of all, see the definition of register. The term register or tone is used to describe the deliberate choice of grammatical structures, vocabulary, and idioms that authors use to ensure that their written work is suitable for its intended audience and purpose. So, our main purpose of writing, or main purpose of is writing or speaking, is communication. We have to reach out to the people to whom we are addressing, to whom we are writing, to whom we are talking. So, the main focus is to reach out the audience. So it should be meaningful. So when it will be meaningful, so we should know the audience, the intended audience, the purpose. Then only we can easily communicate the message to the audience according to their level or according to their tendency, according to their status. So that when we are communicating, the tone or the register is also important. So we cannot talk equally with all. For example, there will be a set of people. Some will be children, small school-going children or adolescent age, youth age. So depends on the personality. We have to choose the words. Or it can be the higher authorities, or it can be the same peer group, or colleagues, or friends. So it differs, the audience differs. So register, the choice of words that we are making when you're expressing our ideas and thoughts are very important. So we can categorize the register into different types. There are 6 important types that we can see here. And also, here is an example. The choice, the language, the choice of word is very important according to the context or according to the situation. For example, if you're going to explain a concept to a child, for example, how a car works, that concept, and or why people get sick. So according to the audience, the child or an adult, we have to choose the words. Okay, next we'll pass on to the 6 types of register that we have. What are they? So before that, according to Martin Jones, in the year 1907 to 1978, that is his period, he is an American linguist. He classified the languages into 5 broad registers. What are they? We'll see. And however, there is one more register, that is so 6th register, that we are using very rarely. That also we can see. So according to Martin Jones, an American linguist, there are 5 broad registers in English. What are they? Let us see one by one. First one is high formal. I think we might have heard about formal, informal. Okay, so this is another type that is called high formal. It is more than the level of the formal. When you're addressing the people more than the higher authorities, like queen or like king or archbishop, bishop, president or prime minister, we have to use certain set of words according to the level. So here we are supposed to use the high formal language. It is more than the level of the ordinary language, that is ordinary, the formal way of communication. And for example, another situation also in the court, the people that you're using the language that is more than the level of the formal way of communication. And ceremonial situation, wedding ceremony or courtroom, we are using the register that are more than or higher than the formal way of addressing. And for another example, we use in legal correspondence and proceedings, or especially in the court law, we are using this high formal language. And the second type is formal register. What is formal register? That we already know very well. We are communicating the higher authorities in the institution or in the office, so business related things. So these are the examples of formal communication. See, we used to write formal letter and informal letter. So these two are very good examples for the formal register and informal register. So first we have seen high formal and then formal and then informal. These are 3 important registers that we are using frequently. So what is the definition for formal addressing or formal register? It is structured and professional language used in official or academic settings. So it can be official or it can be business related or it can be academic communication. In that we are using formal register. So the example is academic paper when we are writing the research paper or when we are writing the business presentation and you are going to present a plan for the project. So you have to present before the leaders, the team leader. So business presentation, official speeches, all type of official speeches, it is in the formal register. And so what is the use of this formal when we have to use this formal, especially when we are talking to the higher authorities more than our level. It can be the boss or the team leader or educational institution leader, academic writing and public speaking also. It should be formal in address. And the third is informal way of communication. Okay, so in our day-to-day life, in a family situation or among our friends or among our relatives, we used to converse or we used to talk very casually. So in that context or in that situation, we can use the informal register. So informal register is otherwise called casual register. So casually, when you're sitting and talking with your friends or any of the people who are in equal status, we can use the informal language. Example, we can use the contract abbreviation or idioms or slang we can use, and so many indirect words we use to converse in our everyday conversation. So it can be a social gathering or in official situation also, in institution also, people or friends they used to gather and talk informally. So next we'll pass on to the fourth one, intimate. Intimate, the word intimate is very uh, clearly it conveys the register type of register. It's very close relationship, or we can use vulgar words along with our friends or along with our colleagues or friends or any person who are very close to us. It can be family, friends, or that partners or very close friends. So private language, it is very intimate. It shows the closeness or it shows the privacy between two or more than two. So it is for private language used between close friends, members, family members, and relatives. Especially among the friends, we jovially or in a very joyful manner, we used to pass comments. And also pet animals or pet names that we have. It shows the intimacy between us. So we can call it as intimate register. So especially it is not in the formal or it is like informal or personal conversation between two or three. It shows our affection, emotions, and secrets also. And fifth one is consultative register. So consultative register, it is used in the context of consultation, or we can, for example, between the teacher and the student interaction or doctor and the patient interaction. So what is the definition of consultative register? It's polite and respectful communication, often between someone knowledgeable and someone seeking advice. So maybe in the context of consultation or in the context of seeking advice, in the context of getting guidance and getting the instruction. So these are the situations in which we can use the consultative register. So when a guide is guiding the student and clarifying the doubts, so it is like in semi-formal situation. That is what it is called, consultative register. And finally, it is the sixth one. It is called frozen or static register. From the term frozen or static, we can understand the words cannot be changed. It is very constant, or it is frozen, or it is fixed or static in nature. We cannot change according to our convenience the words that is imprinted in the manuscript or in the document or in the in any books or any pamphlets. So language is fixed here. Language we cannot change accordingly. For example, national anthem and all the legal documents, laws and rules and regulations and religious text and the pledges that we are taking. So we cannot change the words of the Bible. It's called biblical quotations. We cannot change the Bible verse and the oath that we are taking. We cannot change the national anthem words and the prayers that we are uttering in the churches and the pledges that we are taking during the particular day. So, what is the main focus? It is related with the ceremonial or formal situation. It can be a religious ceremony, or it can be the societal ceremony, or weddings, or courtrooms. So, it is a language used that does not change due to custom or ethic, or particularly in printed or often repeated form. So in this context, we are using the frozen or static register. So maybe this is the last sixth register that we have learned. So with this, we will conclude the class and let us continue the class and topic in the next class. Thank you.